Adele just come out with her first hit since 2013.
And what is a Suicide Squad?
All this and more on our episode of Cronkite Cut.
I'm Austin Miller.
And I'm Jade Nicole.
Let's get to it. Taylor Swift has filed another lawsuit, but this time involving sexual assault. The artist filed a countersuit against radio host David Mueller, who filed a suit against Swift in September, stating he was fired for false allegations of sexual assault. The radio host allegedly groped Taylor last year at a meet and greet, but said in his lawsuit it was his co-worker, Eddie Haskell, who inappropriately touched her, and he shouldn't have gotten fired. Well, according to the countersuit, Taylor isn't confused at all about who assaulted her and will, quote, donate any money she wins to a charitable organization dedicated to protecting women from similar acts of sexual assault and personal disregard, end quote. Cronkite Cut will keep you updated on this story as it plays out until swift justice has been served.
Have you ever clicked over on your messages on Facebook to the Other tab? There's usually spam, weird invites to random raves, and people from other countries asking if they can have your number. Well, Facebook is getting rid of that weird folder. It's getting replaced by message requests, a fancy new feature that causes strangers to ask for permission before they message you. Now you are allowed to accept or ignore requests without the sender knowing that you've read the request. Facebook is working to go out with the old and in with the new, complete with getting rid of those famously annoying Candy Crush game invites that have been bombarding our notifications since 2012. Maybe one day they'll finally give us a dislike button.
So apparently Kanye West isn't the only celebrity considering taking over the White House in 2020. In a bit of a random post on Instagram on Friday, Lindsay Lohan said, quote, in 2020, I may run for president, end quote, and even endorsed Kanye running as well. Lohan also said the first thing she would do as president is take care of all the children suffering in the world, but didn't really expand on how exactly she would. Who knows, maybe a presidency is just what Lindsay needs to make her comeback. Personally, I'm not sure this is the best idea, but what do you think? Would you vote for Lindsay in 2020? Tweet us at Cronkite Cut and let us know.
So I'm sure you've all heard about the details about Lamar Odom's recent trip to the intensive care unit and how the hardships have brought Lamar and wife Khloe Kardashian back together. However, Khloe took a little break this past week to jet out of Los Angeles, where she has been inseparable from Lamar's hospital bedside. Apparently, she headed to Houston to attend her boyfriend James Harden's game on Wednesday, October 28th. Khloe watched the Rockets play the Denver Nuggets from the suite at the Toyota Center, and apparently they still want to be a part of each other's lives, even though the divorce paperwork for Khloe and Lamar has been terminated. Tune in next week to hear if we have any updates on the situation, but for now, let's take it to Brandon King for This Week in Movies.
What's up, everyone? Time to talk all things movie news from this past week. Side note, I unfortunately couldn't be here last week to talk about the Star Wars trailer, and to put it briefly because I know we have other stories to go on to, I loved it. On to the news. Director David Ayers released a variety of upcoming covers for the December issue of Empire magazine, promoting his upcoming film Suicide Squad. The release covers showcase just a few of the characters from the film, including Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie, Deadshot, played by Will Smith, the Enchantress, played by Cara Delevingne, and 2 covers for the Joker, played by Jared Leto. Yeah, 2 of them. Suicide Squad will be the 3rd film in the DC Cinematic Universe after 2013's Man of Steel and next year's Batman vs. Superman, and is set for release on August 5th. Last week we mentioned that Chris Rock will be hosting the 2016 Oscars, and now the Golden Globes have followed suit with their next host. Comedian Ricky Gervais has been confirmed to return to host the show for his first time in 2 years. Gervais took to his Twitter to say, "It's a good job I'm drunk, otherwise the thought of hosting the Golden Globes would seem like a real pain in the arse." Gervais hosted previous ceremonies and took numerous jabs at celebrities, leading many to wonder just what he'll bring to this year's show. I don't know. Pitch Perfect 2 blew away all expectations, at least in terms of box office. Despite lackluster reception from critics, the film made $285 million worldwide and has thus sparked details for a 3rd film. And now, Elizabeth Banks has been confirmed to return to the franchise to direct Pitch Perfect 3, which is now scheduled for release on August 4th, 2017. Anna Kendrick, Rebel Wilson, and Brittany Snow have also been confirmed to reprise their roles from the first 2 films, with plenty of great a cappella arrangements coming with them, I'm sure. I'm Brandon King. Those were your movie news for this week. Back to you guys, Austin and Jade.
Thanks, Brandon.
So Jem and the Holograms came out this past week, and it was made by the same producers as Pitch Perfect. Have you heard of it?
I honestly haven't, and I guess, I don't know, tell me about it. I don't know what it's about.
It actually had the 3rd worst opening in box office history. No one went to go see it. The movie didn't make any money. And so, I guess that explains why you haven't heard of it.
Yeah, obviously they didn't do a lot of marketing. I guess back to the drawing board for those guys. I don't know.
Yeah, well now we're gonna head to Kayla, who has more on Oprah.
Hey Hunties, it's Kay with your juicy celeb update of the day. Last week it came out in the tabloids that my billionaire boo Oprah got a quote secret son. All because some random dude approached her as she was leaving a TV show taping. And I'm like, Oprah don't even have a son, y'all tripping. But it turns out she did know the guy. His name was Calvin Mitchell and she knew him well, but it wasn't actually her son. She met him back in the 90s when he was a kid in Detroit near the set of a movie. She heard about his struggle and helped him and his mom get back on their feet. He ended up throwing away all the opportunities and Oprah couldn't do anything about it. Now, in 2015, he came to her and wants something to do with her. And the craziest part is, their encounter after that show was allegedly just set up by him and the press. Now, ain't that trifling? But guess what? Oprah heard about it and wants nothing to do with him. Take that, Calvin. That's some crazy stuff. See y'all next time. I'm Kayla King Sumner. Back to you.
Thanks, Kayla.
So have you heard any of Justin Bieber's new music?
No, I haven't, but I've never really been like a believer, like really into Justin Bieber.
I don't know. Maybe you should try, because like it's kind of changing music, like the sound's changing a little bit. Like he's going more of that EDM direction, and I'm like a really big fan of it. And plus, like his new song's called Sorry, so I feel like he's really trying to like make things right.
Well, I've been really into Adele's new video and new song that's coming out. It's called Hello. Have you seen the music video?
Yeah, Yaz has more on that.
If you have been listening to Adele's new song Hello on repeat for the last week, you're not alone. The 27-year-old singer has finally returned after 3 years and with perhaps one of the best songs she has ever written. Hello was released just about a week ago, and I can't help but wonder, who is this about? In a recent interview, Adele makes it very clear that this song is not an apology to an ex. She went on to say that the song is about hurting someone else's feelings, but also staying in touch with herself. Within a week of releasing the music video starring herself and super hot Tristan Wilds, she has almost reached 100 million views on YouTube. After 3 years, it's definitely been worth the wait. An a cappella group, Pentatonix, won the 3rd season of the Sing-Off, but also was the first a cappella group to reach the #1 on Billboard album chart. The co-ed Texas-born a cappella group now has over 9 million subscribers on their YouTube channel. They began with song covers, but now they have produced their own singles, such as Can't Sleep Love, which came out just this last September. They are aca-amazing, and you all should tune in. I'm Yaz Kadersai. Back to you, Austin and Jade.
Thanks, Yaz.
That's all we have for this week. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat at Cronkite Cut.
Or you can visit our website at www.cronkitecut.weebly.com.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Austin Miller.
And I'm Jade Nicole Yvonne. We'll see you next week.